As the Florida State playoffs continue, we'll check in with one of the state's best players at one of the state's best programs. St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida has established itself as one of the nation's premier high school football programs over the last 20 years. While the program has produced some great players like Brian Piccolo and Michael Irvin in its early years, the Raiders have been truly dominant since 1992. They have captured 6 state titles and 2 national championships since then. They have also had more players drafted into the NFL in the last 5 seasons than any other high school in the country. The star of this year's Aquinas team is well on his way to joining that fraternity. Joey Bosa is a 6'5", 270-pound menace on defense, and he's versatile enough to play any position on the defensive line.
I have a combination of speed and quickness, but I also have the size and the strength, so that's really most of the times you only see a smaller, really quick guy, or you see a big, strong guy who's not that quick, but I think I have a good combination of both.
His length, his strength, explosive. We run a 3-4 scheme. He can play pretty much across the board. Tackle nose or end, which is sometimes you're in a 1, sometimes you're in a 3, sometimes you're in a 5, sometimes you're in a 7, and he can play them all.
Bosa has the kind of athleticism that really makes his coaches and parents flip out.
Yeah, it's like a circus act.
Yeah, I don't want to see him anymore. He's banned from those.
They see it once and they're like, all right, no more.
Joey certainly has genetics on his side, as his dad, John, and his uncle, Eric Kumaro, were both first-round NFL draft picks. Ironically, both were selected 16th overall by the Miami Dolphins, Bosa in 1987 and Kumaro in 1988. John Bosa never pushed his son to play football, but as the years went by, it became clear what his destiny was.
If it was anything, I was trying to maybe push him a little bit away from it, only because the injuries and things like that had sort of kind of bothered me at the youth level. So I wanted to play other sports. But he's a passionate football player. He loves football. He's never complained about a 6 a.m. workout or a practice in 100-degree heat.
Joey's commitment to his craft is easy to see, as he put himself on a strict diet and he pushes himself and his teammates to uphold the winning tradition at Aquinas.
Joey's one of those guys you sometimes have to tell him to get out of the weight room, because after our 2-hour weight room, he'll still be up there working out. And he's a leader in the weight room and he's a leader on the football field, and kids follow that. I
just don't choose to be a vocal, loud leader. I don't think people follow that as well as just working hard and showing what you could do, and leading by example I think is a lot better way than just yelling at some kids and screaming.
Joey is committed to Ohio State, and although this is his last year at Aquinas, the Bosa name will continue, because one of the young players that Joey has set an example for is his brother Nick, a freshman for the Raiders.
I was born to play football, so is he. We played other sports, but football is our sport. Basically, football is my life. I really can't think of anything outside of what I would do if I wasn't a football player.
And with his talent and work ethic, Joey Bosa looks poised to remain a football player for a long time.